there. Welcome to day 19 of 21 Days of Presence. Wow, we're really moving along here and into the tunnel of strangeness as we approach this June solstice on Friday. So we are really feeling right now exact the Mars and Mercury opposite Pluto. So today, Mercury opposite Pluto is exact. Tomorrow, Mars opposite Pluto is exact. And so this is this tunnel of energy, a powerful karmic purging, birth contraction, portal, who knows what energy that we are moving through. We are at the apex of this, and it culminates at the solstice. And then we're going to have a shift of energy, but we're going to stay in this strange portal as, part of the energy with these oppositions that are happening is that it's just along the nodes, right? The nodal axis of the moon, which is the north node of the moon, south node of the moon. Mercury and Mars very close to the north node, and Pluto and Saturn very close to the south node. And the north and south node are about past and future karma. And so we're having this feeling of being suspended in time. Now, what's coming forward about this is really interesting in that we are being required, and maybe this is why the intensity is happening. Everybody's having their own individual experience around this time, but there's also a lot of collective themes. And one of the energies coming up has to do with this intensity, this play out of events that is happening in your life, this strange portal that we're in is bringing us, part of the energy of it, the point of it is bringing us to a place where we're required to make a choice. And I'm not sure exactly what that means for everybody, but this is the information coming through, that we are, it's like, are you on the train or are you off the train? Right? And it's scary either way, because you're off the train, you're left behind, and you're staying back in the dark ages. You're on the train, it's the unknown, it's the ego death. And this is why we've been spending so long in this in-between period of time. So maybe the energy today that'll come up in the meditation, maybe we'll have an opportunity to connect in with our highest self, the part of ourself that's already said yes, and get some recalibration and some support to kind of make this big leap, and it's like when you're in the birth canal, it's not a good time to decide whether or not you want to be born or reborn. What's happened, what's trying to happen to us right now. And that's bringing up a lot of the energy for these light worker indigo souls. Part of the pain that's happening right now for you has to do with the fact that you have not been fully incarnate. You have not been here. There's been traumas in your past that have kept you numb, that have kept you disincarnate, that have kept you needing a soul retrieval, have kept you in pieces. Okay, so only partially have you been allowed or able to be here on the planet. And now it's time to come in now. But see, what happens is that if you've had a numbness, you part of yourself, say you had an injury, and that part of your body just kind of went to sleep because it didn't want to deal with the pain. So it's numb to the pain, right? This is really coming up a lot with all this Neptune transits, because there's a tendency to want to escape and to numb the pain. And yet it's not working anymore, right? All the methods we've used in the past, it's like not working. And so when you go to awaken these parts of ourselves that have been numb, that have been disenfranchised, that have been separated from our reality, that have been cast aside, we feel the trauma and the pain of those past lives, of why and when that happened, but we don't get to know. This is what's so frustrating, right? I mean, people literally having visceral past life traumas and anxieties come up at a cellular level in their physical body. And it's really freaky. The first time this happens to you, it's freaky because it's like, okay, am I dying? Am I being born? What's going on? Because you'll feel this, some sort of intensity. And that has to do with something that happened to you in a past life. And it actually means your soul's trying to come home, which is a beautiful thing. And maybe this can be part of the energy that comes through our soul group session on Friday. We'll see what comes up, but definitely some opportunities for soul retrieval, I'm thinking. And maybe that's the choice that we're being asked to make is, do you want to live or do you want to pretend to live some more? Do you want to be whole and complete or you want to stay in pieces? Do you want to come into your power, do what you're here to do, or do you want to keep pretending that that's not who you are? And it's intense. But maybe this is the intensity. It's about a choice. It's not about what's happening to us, although it feels that way. Anytime you got Saturn involved, there's going to be feelings of obstacles and restrictions, right? And Mercury and Mars, two of our main action planets, across from Saturn and Pluto, are saying there are structural things in the way of us making any forward motion. Maybe these structures that are in the way are contractual arrangements you've made when you said, when you've agreed to stay broken, right? Like some sort of programming that says you can't handle the power of who you are. So you don't have permission or support in being in that power. So, so we're going to be kind of examining this, but just know that we're in this intensity. A choice is being required, and it's a choice you've already made, but it's coming to the end of the rope of the old stories and the old you, and we've got to go ahead and make a change. So let's go ahead and just tap into this energy today, this place we're at. We're at the edge of the road, we're at the precipice. Well, you can feel it everywhere in the energy in the world right now, which is really hard because it's like we're separating into two groups of people on the planet, those that are feeling what's going on and those that can't feel it or are in denial or just doesn't affect them. And so those of us who are feeling the changes and what's going on, that we're feeling the collective anxiety, we're feeling the collective fear, we're feeling all of this energy of like, oh no, here we go again. It's got a lot of energy of planetary catastrophe, but that's not our story this time. So it's giving us an opportunity actually to clean this energy out of our field. But it's again, it feels like you're getting the short end of the stick because you're like, wait a minute, how come these people can just go live their life and it's no big deal? But for me, I'm like going through it, and it's because that's who you are. And that's the potential of who you are. And maybe that's why you're here. And maybe it's going to give you a new life and a new purpose and a new drive and new creative energy. And, maybe it's all going to be worth it in the end once we break through this paradigm. And yet we're standing at the edge of doing that and we're turning around in fear, right? So we're in this kind of, one step forward, two steps back kind of energy. But it's all part of the process that's leading us to this full commitment to this experience. And yet that has to be our choice. We have to decide that we're, ready enough for this. So go ahead and just feel yourself arrive right here, right now. Just taking a few deep breaths, checking in with the base of your spine. And it's interesting because there's just so much chaos in the air. But when you reach down and you reach through the muck, like that lotus flower going through the muck, you'll find that there's actually a lot of peace and presence in Mother Earth's field right now. And it's kind of like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's crazy, but we're on the journey and we're together. And here we go, one foot in front of the other. And so just sink in, putting down that root system into Mother Earth, saying hello, taking a few deep breaths. On your exhale, reaching deeper into the earth. There's a deep peace available for us in the process. Almost the more chaos in our energy field in life can actually bring us to a deeper peace. And so just giving yourself this for just a few minutes, being that eye of the storm, being in that place of stability and security within your own being, in full connection with Mother Earth, electromagnetic union, and feel that peace, that presence, that slowing down, just like a sigh of relief. Oh, yes, I'm on a planet and I can be here in this experience, be present and be in union. And just feel everything wash away. All of your cares and worries just floating out on the water, going into the muck, but you're connected through it all to this peace and presence. And just feel yourself floating there. Mother Earth has your back. Relaxing and releasing. Gravity coming up to meet you. And that seems to be the message from Mother Earth today. She says, never forget. I'm here with you. It takes knowing and changing a lot of belief systems to allow ourselves to be supported by this planet. And that is this beautiful image of reaching through all the mud and the muck and the confusion deep into the earth and resting. Can you rest while all this muck is happening? Is that okay for you? Do you have permission to care for yourself on a deep level? Just taking a few deep breaths. Just feel yourself gently swaying in the gentle rocking motion of resting in your lotus flower. Perhaps laying down, curling up like the brand new baby you're birthing into, the truth of who you are, whole and complete. New babies need lots of rest, nourishment, sleep, warmth, and care. Can you be responsible for this birthing infant? Can you take care? Allow yourself to be cared for. It's a lot of the messages, how we can move forward. The only way we can move forward, this North Node in Cancer, is receiving nurturing. Just see that little baby cradled in the soft petals of the lotus, floating gently on the water, deeply connected to Mother Earth, and feel the stability in that connection, that whatever waves come your way, you still are connected to this peace and presence. And just resting. Receiving an energetic wave to allow your whole body, all of your bodies, just completely relax and release into this support. Noticing the tension that comes up about all the other times and all of the lifetimes when you reached for support and it wasn't there. But we're changing the story. And just notice how your energetic field, your electromagnetic field, your nervous system has a new level of permission to receive from the work you've done in these 21 days of presence. And just relax into that and feel yourself held and loved and cared for. A rebirth of who you really are on planet Earth. And just receive. Gently swaying in the waves, and yet not bothered. Go ahead and make a note to yourself that even in the roughest times, this level of peace and support is available. And just enjoy for as long as you would like, bringing with you this peace as much as possible into your everyday life, just remembering that it's here for you. And when you're ready, go ahead and complete your meditation. Well, thank you so much for joining me for day 19. What a sweet and simple, beautiful message and reprogramming around really allowing ourselves to be supported. How can we do anything here if we can't allow this world to care for us? And that means breaking through all of the stories and programming, all those times we've reached out and there wasn't anything to catch us, and being attached to the support, the so-called support that we have here in the 3D physical world, which isn't actually very energetically supportive. But that all those stories of separation, keeping us from feeling permission and worthy of the support available to us. So much support available. Mother Earth is waking up along with us, and she's like, yeah, let's do this. I got you. And we're in it together. So thanks so much for joining me through these 21 days. What a powerful field of energy that we've been a part of, and grow every day when we come together in our intention. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 20 and the following day for day 21 as we complete this birthing process, apparently, we've been in, and move into the newborn phase, the eclipse season. So we'll be here together along the way, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Hopefully I'll see you on the soul group session where we'll do looks like some soul retrieval work, timeline alignment, looking at shared past lives, and just kind of get out of these old stories and use our collective energy to amplify our healing and send that out to our soul groups and the collective. So I hope to see you Friday morning, Mountain Time. That's 9 a.m. Mountain Time. That's 8 a.m. on the in Pacific Time, and 11 a.m. on the East Coast of the U.S. So I look forward to seeing you then. And until next time, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.